Caesarean Sufferborn. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because the Edge of Eternity is here. It is officially here in early access. We played a brutal mono black, which I called the Infinite Darkness, the Edge of Eternity. Sacrifice, warp combo. We have so much gain and drain, so much sacrifice, so much darkness for life. We even have an infinite loop that you can run with mono black Edge of Eternity. So I'm really excited to show you guys this one. Thanks to Wizards for letting me into early access to play it, but you're seeing it now. Probably one of the best mono black decks that I've ran in a while, and so much fun. Before we get down to it, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously attack you and claw you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on the stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person. On Twitch or on YouTube. Hit that bell to be notified when we go live or put anything new up. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, go right down there to the AetherHub. So what do we have here? A lot of new cards, some of the old cards, of course, my man Sephiroth, and vampires, warlocks, all that. We are going to be sacrificing, gain and draining, and going really aggressive with some of the best new black cards from Edge of Eternities. First things first, your 1-drops are going to start looking very familiar. This is post-rotation. Rotation has already hit, so you don't need to worry about that. Cut down is gone. We're going to be using 2 stabs for early aggro removal and 2 Grim Baubles, okay? The reason that we want Grim Baubles is because it's an artifact that does a similar thing as Stab, and we can sacrifice artifacts for different effects. Namely, Caesarean Voidborn and Umbracala Zealot sacrifices artifacts and has good synergy with each other. So we do have those 2 options right there. We can also Surveil with it. Greedy Freebooter is the preeminent sacrifice outlet right here, guys. 1 black, 1/1. Whenever this creature dies, scry 1 and create a treasure token. This is the guy that you're going to want to sacrifice. It's going to get you the scry. It's going to get you the treasure that you need. These are going to be your 1-drops for removal, early blockers, ramp, and sacrifice fodder. Let's start with what we know on the second part here on the 2-drops. We have Bitter Triumph. I'm going to be gaining a lot of life. I don't mind using the pay 3 life. A lot of people, I know somebody's going to leave a comment and say, Jay, how come you don't use Go for the Throat? Go for the Throat, gone. It's out of there. Rotate it out. You've got to use a different 2-drop removal. We're going to go with the classic Bitter Triumph. We could discard a card or lose the life. That's fine. We're bringing in our buddy vampires here. Vengeful Blood Witch. We are going to be sacrificing a lot. We want to gain and drain a lot with this. I think 3 of them is perfectly good, though. 1 black and 1/1. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. That is going to be the gain and drain spectacular right there. Now, what you've been waiting for is onto the new stuff and onto the new mechanics. We're going to look at 2 of them here. Probably one of the best new cards in the game, Timeline Color, who I affectionately know as Timeline Crawler. He is a Drix Warlock. Drix being a new, weird, Etherborn, Spaceborn kind of monster guy. 2 black, 2/2 haste. First of all, a 2/2 haste in black is incredibly powerful. Then, you may cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. So this can warp back from death. What is warp? Well, you pay its warp cost and 2 life, and it comes back onto the battlefield, and you can immediately swing it in. Basically, this gives you an almost infinitely sacrificable creature. Whenever something warps in, it can immediately act. If it has haste, you can swing it in or use it as sacrifice fodder. And then, you can pay it for its full cost from exile. It warps, it goes away to exile, then you can pay 2 and bring it back in. And then if it dies, you can pay it from the graveyard again, and then you can play it back in from warp again and again and again. So unless they are exiling this card, he's very tricky to get rid of. With all of the different removal, with all of the different sacrifice plays that we can do, and death triggers that we have, being able to almost constantly play this guy is so good. And that 2 life cost is not really going to matter if we have a Vengeful Blood Witch and a Sephiroth on the board, or even a Caesarean Voidborn. We can negate that. So he is going to be an amazing black uncommon. Please craft him. He's so good. The next one, another uncommon, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm not taxing your wilds on this one, guys. So don't say I'm not making it a little cheaper for you. Umbral Zealot, a monster. 1 black and 1, sacrifice another creature without tapping. All you need to do is just trigger it. You surveil 1, meaning you put a creature in the graveyard. You look at the top card, either put it in your graveyard or put it or keep it on the top of your library. Being able to infinitely sacrifice, meaning that you never have to do anything and can always sacrifice right away for a 3/2 human cleric. I cannot express to you how powerful this is. It is incredible power to have. Constantly being able to throw all your whole board away, your creatures or artifacts or anything like that is crazy. You can get in infinite loops. Yes, you can. If you use Peregrine Beckoner and another creature like Caesarean Voidborn or Vengeful Bloodwitch, you can sacrifice, infinitely bring back Peregrine Beckoner back and forth, and gain and drain for an infinite loop. It's not easy to set up, but it exists because this thing can always sacrifice, and whenever it sacrifices, you get that advantage. That's the other reason that you want that artifact right there to sacrifice as well. So those are going to be our new 2-drops right there. Very, very powerful, very dangerous cards to put down that early in the game. Another new card, 2 Requiem Monoliths. I think this is going to be the only new rare that I'm going to put in. Card draw being kind of important. There's an interesting combination you can play on this. 1 black and 2 artifact. Of course, it can be sacrificed for Umbral Zealot if you want to. Tap until the end of turn, target creature gains, meaning you add the text to this. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, you draw that many cards and lose that much life. That creature's controller may have it deal 1 damage. So you can specifically deal 1 damage to any of your creatures, and you draw 1 card and lose 1 life, which is super useful. It's kind of a built-in sacrifice outlet for your smaller creatures. You do it on Greedy Freebooter. You're going to lose 1 life, sacrifice that, and get a card out of it and be able to scry and generate a treasure. That's a good combo there. You could use it on Vengeful Bloodwitch to start a gain and drain combination play. Or if you know that a card is swinging in for a lot, you can do that and know that you're going to draw a lot of cards if it takes a lot of damage. Very, very interesting card draw system that we have here, and there's a lot of fun things that we can do with it. I just felt like it was kind of necessary to add that constant flow of creatures and spells in and out into the hand. Of course, we're going to have the Caesarean Voidborn, another vampire. This is a vampire soldier right here. Look at this monster. Look at this brute of a vampire here. 1 black and 2/2 vampire soldier. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent gains 1 life and you lose 1 life with the Warp 1 ability. 1 black to warp it in for the turn. If you know that you're going to sacrifice a bunch of creatures, or even if you're going to sacrifice this, you can warp it in for cheap, 1 mana, and then immediately just start going crazy, and you're going to get a huge amount of gain and drain. Stacking that with Sephiroth, Vengeful Bloodwitch, Umbral Zealot, and sacrificing that is going to be a crazy play right there. You can really drain people out. Of course, warp it in. It stays there for 1 turn. And if it dies or any other creature artifact you control dies, you get the gain and drain off. Then, of course, it goes away if it's still alive, and you can bring it back later. A really nice complementary vampire to Vengeful Bloodwitch if you really want to amplify the amount of gain and drain that you're going to have altogether. It is very, very useful, and again, being able to bring it in for so cheap and get the gain and drain effect off of a sacrifice play is super good. Naturally, we're going to run 4 Sephiroths. If you've been a follower of this channel, you know what I think about this card. He is a monster. 1 black and 2/3/3 human avatar soldier. Whenever he enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. So you have sacrifice, draw, and then whenever a creature dies, your opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that's going to be the gain and drain. Again, stacking all of these on each other with steady card draw for more removal and more creatures to feed into the machine. Terrible, terrible combos that you can play there. Like I said, you could play Timeline Color from the Warp from your graveyard, sacrifice it, and immediately play it again because it has haste, and then swing in, and then sacrifice it again when you swing in. You can get so many different combinations. You are constantly feeding creatures into the darkness, into the black hole, and into the void. That is the idea here. Constantly draining life, constantly putting pressure, keeping a steady flow of cards into your hand so that we always kind of have the advantage on people and are always pushing them. So that's the 3-drops. The only 4-drop we're going to have is actually a 5-drop right here, is the Peregrine Beckoner. This is actually what enables your infinite loop. If you have 2 of these, you can basically put 2 of them out, put their ability on each other, and continually sacrifice them with Umbracala Zealot in an infinite loop. Because that one brings back that one, and that one brings that one. And if you have something like Sephiroth, you can go on and on and on and on and on and just gain and drain out infinitely. It's a really, really fun combo. However, that's not really the point. We can win on our own. I never won with that combo. It exists, but our main goal is just to put pressure. Part of the reason that we like this so much is that he is a 5-drop. You say, Jay, that's a little expensive. What, 5-drop? He's a common 5-drop, Jay? What are you thinking? 4-5? That's... Okay, fine. But listen to this. Warp is only 1 black and 1. And all we want is his ETB effect. All we want him to do is enter the battlefield and then go away, even sacrifice him right away. Because until the end of turn, another target creature you control, when it dies, gets +2/+0, and when it dies, it returns to the battlefield tapped under its opponent's control. So you do something like slam him in, you warp him in, put down Timeline Color, swing in with everybody, or sacrifice Timeline Color. It comes back to life, and you can sacrifice it again, or do anything that you want. The fact that you can bring stuff, it immediately, anything that dies immediately comes back has a power bonus and immediately comes back, and you can do that for only 2 mana, and then later on turn 5, have a big beefy creature that does it again. You're starting to see the loop. Time is a flat circle. We begin where we end, and we end where we begin. The black hole beckons us all. You understand what I'm talking about here. This is ultimate sacrifice gain and drain with vampires, Sephiroth, and all of the new warp features and combos right here. So much fun to play. We're going to go 24 mana with 1 Midgar City of Mako, Reactor Raid, 1 black and 2. We can sacrifice and draw 2 cards, or it just enters tapped right there. Infinite Darkness. That is what we are talking about as we go. We look at the stats. It is going to be 26 creatures. Humans, clerics, actually a lot of vampires and warlocks, believe it or not. A surprising amount of vampires and warlocks in this one. Humans, 6 instants, 4 artifacts, 24 lands on a 2.4 average. Early access, this is 100% standard rotation proof. You're ready to go to play this today. And the only thing you need, the only thing I'm requiring, this is my special gift to you guys. The only rare card that you need to play this is 2 Requiem Monoliths. That's it. Everything else is common or uncommon. That's how much I like you guys, that I made a very, very cheap deck. And if you don't want Requiem Monolith in there because you don't have the rares, guess what? We have Embrace Oblivion, Tragic Trajectory, or any of the other removals or anything like that, or any kind of card draw that you might want to put in there. Even any kind of sacrifice and draw card is going to replace Requiem Monolith. The only other things that you need to add are rares, are commons and uncommons, so you can play this deck day one. As long as you have a couple of wild cards, you've got the loop, you've got the darkness on your side. That's my gift to you guys. A couple of other options. We have Embrace Oblivion, which is sacrifice a creature for destroying something, so we have a nice sacrifice outlet as a 1 black sorcery. Final Vengeance, another great way to exile a creature if you sacrifice. Tragic Trajectory is a great one. -2, -2 is a sorcery. Void is a new mechanic. If they get -10, -10 if a permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped in. Very useful because we have a lot of warp and removal. Nowhere to run to bust through those wards. Archenemy's Charm is a fun new card for exile or returning things or gaining lifelink. Again, not necessary, just an option. Withering Torment gets rid of enchantments, could be very useful. And of course, Sothera the Super Void, kind of had to introduce him in there. It is a very fun way of forcing people to sacrifice and then slowly feeding people to the black hole. I just put it in there for fun. Really, the only thing that you need, I would say the only thing you need for that, you don't even really need Requiem Monolith. Like I said, if you don't want to spend the rares, I get it. Umbracala Zealot, Timeline Color, Beckoner, and Caesarian Voidborn. Those are peak right there. Of course, you got to have your Sephiroths to go in. But for new cards, it's all on the budget. It's all on the budget for Infinite Darkness. We have a lot of ways to win. We can go just aggressively in, or we can go gain and drain, or if we get the right cards in a row, Umbracala Zealot into any kind of gain and drain enabler, and an infinite loop with Peregrine Beckoner, and you can immediately win no matter what if they have no action to stop you. So we have a lot of ways to win in the darkness right here. Let's get into the game, guys. Thank you to Wizards for letting me in early access. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Make sure to like the video. Let's get into it. He's a kill on sight, basically. Hey, it's PD. Oh, man. This is okay. It's not great, but... Alright. We'll do that. Oh, Leyland of the Guild Pack. We know we're onto some shit here. Lands you control are every basic land type. Okay. You. Timeline color. Wabango. Alright. Surveil. Destroy all tapped creatures. Okay. My turn. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's warp you in. Pump you up. There we go. The 5-color spaceship to station. Okay, there's one. Well, it's good to not play fucking, it's real nice not to play, what's that shit called? What is that shit called? Fucking simulacrum. Ginkgo. What's a standard eggs? Dakota Lambert. I need to know what that is. I gotta know, man. What the fuck is a standard eggs? Glimpse the core. Alright, he's ramping. Have I ever had a deck called Eggs? No, I have not. I have to say I've never had a deck called Eggs. Not once in my life. He's going to station that. So what's he going to put out with the station? Going to put out something crazy, huh? No, it wasn't that crazy. So if I sacrifice this, I'll gain and drain 1. Okay, so let's do no attacks. Let's end turn. Stock up. Sure. Yeah, what colors are you thinking of, Dakota? You can send it to me in the Discord. I'll take any deck suggestion, by the way, guys. I will gladly take any deck suggestion you got. Easy. Lemon squeezy. Quite breezy. Absolutely, I'm gonna fucking trade with you, man. What are you thinking? He's gonna pump? Okay. First things first, let's crack that. Thank you for coming, Chris Chaos. Survival, what's he gonna put down? Ah, there we go. Oh, 100%. I will take any deck you give me. I do not give a shit. I gotta make fucking 5 decks by the end of it in 24 hours, man. I don't have brain capacity for all that. Did you like all the new cards in this deck, by the way, guys? That was really fun to see all the new stuff. Where'd you send it to me? Where'd you send it to me, Severin? Oh, there it is. Shunned Landfall. We already did a Landfall deck. Not that I don't think it actually looks really cool, but I literally just did a Landfall deck, and I don't know if I want to do another one. Yes, I'm just on YouTube right now. There's no other place that I'm at. It's just YouTube. Landfall, by the way, Severin, holy shit, is Landfall fucking busted. Holy shit. Landfall is absolutely fucking cracked. I have a feeling that whatever deck you showed me is gonna fucking go off like a monster. Because Landfall is fucking cracked, dude. Oh, so it's a Landfall pinger. Okay, well, Biotech Specialist, I definitely wanted to do that. Let's do you. Let's go in. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Station monitor. Boom, boom. We don't want that. Sways. Sways either kicks the shit out of me or I kick the shit out of him. There's never any other way through it. We've never had a balanced game in all of our life. I don't know why this is. Gonna warp in, gain a life. Pinnacle Emissary, gain a life with warp. Magitech Infantry, drone. Ah, so he's trying to go wide with it. move. Ooh, Peregrine. Okay. So we're going to put you down. Ready to do this. Just like that. Eat them up. Sways, by the way, guys, we beat him on home turf. Sways is, in fact, the triple color king. There is no person who runs triple color better than Sways. That man thinks in 3 colors. He is triple chromatic. All right? That's what that guy does. He is the triple color king. I will never deny anyone his thrice colored crown. He is in fact the triple colored king. And we were fighting him in Jeskai. He knows how to do Jeskai, but we had a really good line. And it seemed like he was a little slow. Guided by the light, wrapped up like the dupes, you know, the runner in the night. Mine is based on all the ping guys. Yeah, Sways absolutely will play new cards. He's here to play. There are some people who I know for a fact are here to play. Delmo might. I know Delmo. He might play new cards. Severin, I'm going to take a look at your pinger. Your pinger ringer for sure. Oof. Boom. Peregrine Beckoner. I don't know how many of those we need. He's coming at me right here. Delmo is fucking flying at me right now. Fucking flying at me. He's fucking just oh fuck you. So yeah, it's a problem. Oh, fuck it, that why not? Y5 decks? Well, when I put up decks on YouTube, people watch them and I get money. So that's Y5 decks. I hate to sound cynical. I also get subscribers, and that also helps, you know, with the channel and everything. So, yeah. I'd do 20 decks if they let me. I love decks. I love hot, thick decks. It's my thing, man. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Dude flew at me, man. Dude fucking did the Selesnya fucking fly at me. 0 new cards. 0. Not a 1. Not a single new card in the bunch. That's why you get the good game. Oh, there's one. There's one. I was about to scoop on him. But, he had a new card in there, so... Yeah, not you. My job is to make decks. So the more decks that I can make, the better I've done my job. That's why. Yeah, Severin, it's been very bad like this. And then people complain in the Discord and everyone basically said, get over it. Fucking don't, who cares? Um, let's put down Vengeful Blood Witch. Oof. Poo Poo UFO. Attacks, and boom. A second Poo-Poo UFO has hit. A second Poo-Poo UFO has hit the battlefield. Alright. So let's put down Caesarian Sussborn. Uh-oh. What's he doing? Boom. Swing in. We're going to say decline. We're going to stab you. Surveil. Sephiroth. Okay. What's he got going on here? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say pay 3 life. Glimpse the core. I think it is an Ugin deck. I don't think he's got the beef though. There we go. Caesarian Sussborn. I like calling him Caesarian Sussborn. Hey, it's Lone Fox. Oh, we fuck with him. We fucks with this dude. He will bring new cards. Absolutely. There's no way he don't bring new cards to the fucking table here. No way he don't bring new cards. I was gonna say. Oof. Oof. We're gonna try to make Angels. Maybe some Boros work tonight. Maybe some Mono Red. Monument to Endurance. Okay. We'll put this down. Do that. Take it. Draw. Judge in there. Do that. Do that. Okay. Could nuke us right here. Day of Judgment's going to nuke us a little bit. Zealot. Actually, I don't want Zealot. Timeline Color, also known as Timeline Crawler. Let's do you. Boom. Sussborn. It's Umbral Collar Zealot. Alright. Day of Judgment. He can escape into the warp. Solemn Simulacrum. Good game. Nice. Good run there. Good line. Good line. Very nice line on that. Yeah, definitely Orzhov. I think tonight is going to be red and Orzhov. We've done green and black. We've done green and black here. And we finally got this one dialed in. We really do have this one dialed in here. So definitely tonight we're going to do red or Boros and Orzhov. That's our goal. Maybe Golgari if we have time, Koala. But I'm hitting my limit right now. And I'm going to have to stop soon. 50s Fomara Magic. Okay. Voice of Victory. Ooh, we're not letting you do that. Come on. No swag on that. Come on. What are you talking about, man? We don't know what kind of shit you're up to. Next turn is going to be Stab or Umbral Collar is going to be fine. Okay. Impact Tremors. Oh, I already know what you're up to. I already know what you're up to, homie. Oh, okay. Never mind. Umbral Collar came out and he said no thanks. Angels. We also have Angels to do. I think that, it's alright. I don't mind. Listen, if you have a really bad hand, if you have an awful hand, you've drawn bad, I understand scooping. If I'm in the middle of pulling off a cool combo or showing off a card and you scoop in the middle of that and you don't let me get it off, that's a little bit different. But if you just have a really bad hand and it's just going to mean me beating up on you for 5 minutes. Hey, what's up? Hey, Maxim Thigh. How do I find the new cards? They're not out yet, Maxim Thigh. That's going to be early access. We're in early access right now, so that's why you can't find them. All right, let's warp. Let's warp and gorp. I am more forgiving of scooping early than I am of beating me in 3 turns with no new cards. I extend a lot of grace to that. I understand. Free degree booter. Push him in again. Wabango. Oh, how do I like the new cards? I'll take 2. That's fine. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. It takes 2 to make it out of sight. Let's do no attacks here. We're in a little bit stuff. Well, thank you so much, Severin. I duly appreciate you coming by. Please, guys, go to Severin MTG. The man's putting up good decks, man. He's a unique builder. Give him some space, you know. Give him some of that dim sum. He's gonna sacrifice it, I think. Yeah. Drain. Let's put that in tapped. Let's do no attacks. Hitotsuki's second right is a weird card, yeah. I'll tell you that much. Hitotsuki is so specific. How do I find the new cards? I find them to be intriguing, engaging, and enjoyable. I'm on my knees day and night, saints' prayers in the street light. We've been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Power over money. Money over power. Everybody's saying what's going on in the kitchen. And Brad's Oblivion. Ooh, that sucks. I needed that. I needed that guy. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Got him. Yes, I do think some of the craft are playable. Yeah, I think they are. That's 6. That's 6 and 2, guys. Let's try to go for the crown. Because it's really easy to station. I don't feel like anything that I don't feel like that any situation where ooh, heavy removal here against Delmo. Why not? We'll keep it. Station. Yeah, Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure. Boom. Alright, well, hopefully he's playing an aggro creature deck and we can pop him. Yeah, we're going to pop him. Boom. Slow the ramp. We can prevent a lot of things from happening here. Enters tapped. And turn. I honestly, after watching a little reference, like, not a reference, but a little whatchamacallit on that, I honestly think that station was honestly just a joke that they were obsessed with when it came to that movie. Like, I feel like it was some sort of running joke. And apparently when you see some interviews, they kind of talk about that it was a bit of an inside joke that they were doing station all the time, that they kept talking about station. Because there's a character called Station in it too. Ooh, that seam rip shit? Yeah, that's fucking rough. The seam rip card is very rough, you know. Ouroboros. Ooh, plant worm. Saddle. Boom. 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 So, discard a card, kill you. Get rid of Timeline Color. Also known as Timeline Crawler. Okay. What's he gonna do now? I saw Tezzeret at one time. He beat the hell out of me. As expected. Saddle 1. We go in. 5. No. We don't need that. Okay. Zealot. Timeline Crawler. Well, ran him down, boys. That's a full clip right there. That's a full clip. I can't tell you better than that, man. Full clip for that one. I think we got it on lock. Warp speed, the black warp. It is a little tricky to navigate. I'm gonna give this one like an 8 on difficulty. You've got to be able to weave, man. You've got to be able to weave the warp on this one. But you can, too, approach infinite darkness. Very tricky to know when to sacrifice, when to pop, when to move, when to dodge. But with these new cards, you can absolutely get some insane combination plays off where just the darkness encroaches and consumes all, and there's nothing left. And everything is eaten by the black hole at the center of the universe. And that's what we want, you know? We like that. So if you like it too, make sure you like the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.